Love to hear it.
I'll go first. All right, Coach. So should we refer to you as an Olympian? You know, now how do we?
I mean, if it calls for it, it's true, right? So,
So tell me about
right.
what it was like to get that medal and like finally just stare at it after.
Yeah. So, excuse me. I had to borrow somebody's medal because only the athletes get the medals. But I mean, just that whole experience was amazing. To be around those athletes and, those coaches for that amount of time, really learning and growing. And obviously all of us, some of us are WNBA coaches. So coming together for one common goal, rather than, when we're in the season trying to rip each other's heads off, like it was a great experience and a fun time.
Talk to me about Ryan. She also came home with a medal. Three by three team had a battle there to get there, but they came home with a medal. What was that conversation like with her after she came?
Yeah, I asked her a simple question, what do you think you learned the most? And she talked about being like resilient, because they didn't start off very, very hot, but being able to continue to keep a singular focus and to fight back and really show their heart during that time. I thought was really awesome. And then they came home as bronze medals. I think, the one thing I learned going to the Olympics is like people like it's the one time where like one, two, or three doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like as long as you're one of those, like it's an exciting time at the Olympics. So just the pride that all these players and these athletes have about their countries and representing their countries and then being able to medal for their countries is really special. And I'm sure Ryan has looked back at that and said, at the end of the day, like we didn't get gold, but we got a medal. And I'm sure she's proud of that.
This is the women were in a tight battle.
Yeah.
What's to say about the international game on the women's side that you got France, you got all these
Yeah.
countries that are
Yeah.
really being involved?
I mean, I think we've known for a while that the international game is special. There's some really good players. We've had really good players in our league over the years. But again, there's so much pride about representing their country that, our schedule sometimes conflicts with the things that they have to do in order to be able to represent their country. And so, they make tough decisions to stay home and get ready for the Olympics. That's what makes the USA so tough and so good at the same time, right? Because we get together 2 weeks prior, and in 2 weeks we have to build a team. You know what I mean? We have a collection of talent, but we're really trying to build a team in 2 weeks, which is much harder. Whereas the international players, they stay home. They stay home during the summer, and they you know what I mean. They work with one another, and you see that good chemistry. Belgium had great chemistry. France has great chemistry. A lot of that is because they get the opportunity to really work with each other. So again, really proud that we were able to come home with gold, being with all those things. But the international game is obviously on the rise, and like I said, we've known that there's been some really good international players out there.
Coach, what are some things I guess that you learned through the process through the Olympics? Being with those coaches, with those players at the top levels. What was some things that you learned that you think you can bring here?
Yeah, just
At
the again, just the work that you have to put in, that you have to continually put day in, day out. You know what I mean? Trying to put people in the best position to be successful, especially when you see a team like that. There's so many great players, you know what I mean? And you're trying to work around how to figure out how to match for each of them. So really just the chess game of it all and how mentally sharp you have to be during those times.
Guys obviously have to refocus now on the WNBA.
Yeah.
You had a couple practices to get
Yeah.
revamped here, but just
Yeah.
tell me about how you go about refocusing after the hiatus.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple practices, but they've been here practicing. And so they had a tremendous break. I think the girls came in really, really focused on just the opportunity to really just continue to get better. I think the end of those stretches, they didn't result in wins, but I think we improved in areas and we got better. We were in majority of those games, all of those games we were in. And so I think we have to obviously have a better focus down the stretch where we need to be able to execute both offensively and defensively so that we can finish games off. I think that's the biggest thing. But I thought that from watching practices and just the feedback that I've gotten from both players and coaches that they had a great break. They focused on small things, getting better at those things. And really spending time with each other and bonding and building a great chemistry with one another. So really happy for them to have that time together.
For break, but obviously kind of a good time to get healthy a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That that's obviously a big thing, being able to have Jordan back, Rye back, obviously Cheyenne, being able to have that break. I think that that was good for her as well. So yeah, it'll be really good to be able to go out there and see us at full capacity. And then go from there.